Is Star Wars officially dead? Well, according to Marsha Lucas, the ex-wife of George Lucas, it is dead. Well, kinda. Do I agree with that? Kinda agree, but kinda disagree, because I'm very hopeful that the future of Star Wars can be bright depending on many factors. Hello there, and thanks for clicking on this video. So if you have clicked on this video, you probably already know what Marsha Lucas, the ex-wife of George Lucas, said about the sequels, and I want to go through it because I always wanted to make a video about why The Force Awakens is the worst Star Wars movie of all time, but I didn't want to put that negativity out there because there is enough of it. But I think that this interview that she gave for a book gives me the opportunity to share my Star Wars views with the world. So let's go through the interview and let's see what she said, because I think it's very important. Yesterday, when this thing came out that was posted on Twitter by Jedi Scum, I love that name, good name. I was like, wow, I posted it on my Instagram, but I didn't think much of it because I believe that so far this is common knowledge that J.J. Abrams is kind of the bigger villain than Rian Johnson, because you had one job: to revive the Star Wars universe, to bring back Han, Luke, and Leia, but you failed miserably to do that. So let's see what Marsha Lucas said. So obviously she's praising JJ and Caitlin, but she also says that now that Caitlin Kennedy is running Lucasfilm making movies, it seems to me that Caitlin Kennedy and J.J. Abrams don't have a clue about Star Wars. They don't get it, and J.J. Abrams is writing new stories. When I saw that movie where they killed Han Solo, I was furious. I was furious when they killed Han Solo. I agree with that. That's why I think The Force Awakens is worse than The Last Jedi. I never really cared that much about Luke Skywalker. I always was more of a fan of Han Solo, because nowadays, if you want to relate to someone, they have to look, speak, and be you. But Han Solo is nothing like me, but I related to him, I liked him, and I will always love Han Solo. So that version of Han Solo, the deadbeat father that we saw in The Force Awakens, the loser, the depressed father, was not Han Solo. I don't know what it was, and to kill him in that way, his own son kill him, why? This was so disgusting. So when I first saw the trailer for The Force Awakens, I was like, I don't care about that. I did not watch the movie when it came out. I wasn't excited about it because I saw Rey and Finn and Poe and one scene of Han and Chewbacca, and no Luke Skywalker, no Leia. Really, what am I supposed to go and see it for? So I think I saw it a few months later, and even though I knew that Han Solo was about to die, every time I see that scene, I get so mad and so emotional and so sad, because you killed Han Solo. So the fact that the princess is dead, Han Solo is dead, Luke Skywalker is dead, and we didn't get one scene for 1 second in the three new films, it's freaking disgusting and it's disappointing. I know you're going to say, well, all the movies made over $1 billion. Well, The Force Awakens made $2 billion, and if you compare the three films, each movie makes less and less money. Of course, $1 billion is, wow, good for you, but Star Wars was bigger than Marvel, and it could have made way more money than Marvel, but it didn't, because you messed it up. You messed up Star Wars, the easiest thing to do, because there is so much information out there. And Caitlin Kennedy a few years ago comes out and says, well, there is no source material for Star Wars. Well, girl, George Lucas gave you a treatment. He gave you the script where Darth Maul and Darth Valum, or whatever, his apprentice, are the big bad, and you have Luke with his Jedi, and you have Leia, who is now the chosen one, or whatever. You have such a good script and you just throw it away because you want a female lead. Well, you would have gotten a female lead with Darth Maul's apprentice. She was a female. And I mean, Princess Leia, she is the OG female lead. I mean, it's Princess Leia. Who doesn't know Princess Leia? Even people who are not fan of Star Wars know who Princess Leia is. How is that not important? So anyways, she continues. I thought you don't get the Jedi story, you don't get the magic of Star Wars, you're getting rid of Han Solo. And then at the end of the last one, The Last Jedi, they have Luke disintegrate. They killed Han Solo, they killed Luke Skywalker, they don't have Princess Leia anymore, and they're spitting out movies every year. I don't have anything to say that. I mean, good for her for having the balls to do that, to say these things, because nowadays everyone are praising everything that Disney comes up with and no one is criticizing the stories for the stories and not for other things. And yeah, and they think it's important to appeal to a woman's audience, so now their main character is this female who's supposed to have Jedi powers, but we don't know how she got Jedi powers or who she is. It sucks. The storylines are terrible, just terrible, awful. You can call me J.J. Abrams, Kathleen Kennedy, talk to me. Yeah, you should have talked to her. Oh wait, actually, George Lucas gave you a ready script. Like, it was written. And I think it's so stupid how the whole campaign was the Force is female. No, the Force is neutral. It belongs to everyone. Everyone can have the Force. It's not like it's just man thing. I mean, Ahsoka Tano, yeah, she wasn't mainstream, but I think she was a great character. You have Asajj Ventress, and I mean, Princess Leia, I mean, come on, it's Princess Leia. She is both very feminine, but very badass as well. I agree with that, and yesterday when I saw it, I was like, wow, good for you. This was amazing, and I'm so happy that she came out and said that. I think it's a bit too late, and I'm pretty sure that because she said that The Last Jedi was the last film, so this was before The Rise of Skywalker. And I mean, I don't think it matters to Disney, really. I mean, as long as they make their money back, I think they don't care, and they have propaganda to push, you know. So, I mean, if they didn't have a propaganda to push, then Gina Carano would still be there because she didn't do anything wrong, because Gina Carano is the best. I wasn't the biggest fan of Cara Dune, like I wasn't crazy about her, but now I'm absolutely in love with her, and she's she's a cool badass character, you know. And when watching it twice, yes, bring her back by all means. Of course, Marcia Lucas goes on to say that she didn't like The Phantom Menace, that it had a lot of problems. I mean, I agree that it was very weird why they would make a 9-year-old boy fall in love with a 14-year-old girl. I mean, it was weird. I don't think it was necessary, because why would you make an age difference? It doesn't make sense when you had all the creative control to do whatever you want, and you're making this age difference when they were kids. It was weird. I agree with that. And I agree that the prequels had flaws. I agree with that, but at least they had one story. They weren't all over the place. And I think there were many things to like. And I agree that the sequels make the prequels look way, way better. But as I said, I still like them. And about the future of Star Wars, what do you think? Not that I was asked, but you know, I wanted to make a video on The Mandalorian Season 2 final behind the scenes, where we got Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau and Mark Hamill. And I don't like Mark Hamill as a person. I think he is freaking insane, you know, Twitter and things, if you know what I mean. But he's Luke Skywalker, and he will always be Luke Skywalker. And when I listen to him, when he speaks about Star Wars, he's very passionate about it, and I respect him for that. I respect him for still being passionate about that character and talking with so much love about what Star Wars is, about George Lucas. I respect that, and it really made me emotional because Star Wars feels like home. It feels like Christmas. I love it. It brings me comfort, and this beautiful community behind it. I mean, Instagram, I've met so many people from my Star Wars account, and I'm so grateful about them, and it's insane. I love it. Are they some toxic people? I guess, but they're toxic people in every community, in every fandom, even in my job. Most of the people are good, but there are a few that are like, you know. So about the special, the Mandalorian final special, I think that whenever I heard Jon Favreau speak about it and Dave Filoni, I mean, these people know what they're doing. It seems like, I don't know them personally, but what I hear, what I see, what I read, it seems like they know what they're doing, that they're passionate about it. I don't think that you can do Star Wars without being passionate about it. I think that Dave Filoni obviously knows his stuff. He is George Lucas's Padawan. I mean, he should know this stuff. And Jon Favreau seems like a fan as well. And the fact that they brought Luke Skywalker in such an epic way back, it was insane. And maybe the future is bright for Star Wars, but it would never be a perfect future without Han, Luke, and Leia. I think that without those three, I think that one day we're going to get Han, Luke, and Leia, but I don't think, but obviously they're not going to be the OG Han, Luke, and Leia. I mean, Harrison Ford is old, Mark Hamill is old, Carrie Fisher is not here, unfortunately. But one day we will see them again, but I don't think it's going to be the same feeling. And as I said, I think The Force Awakens just messed up everything, messed up the whole timeline. Even if they, redo the sequels, even if there is a different timeline and the sequels are in a different timeline, nothing will change the fact that we're never going to see Han, Luke, and Leia again. That's just a fact, and nothing is going to fix that. No amount of Ahsoka or Grogu or Boba Fett is gonna change that. So that's what I think about that. So let me know down below, what do you think about what Marshall Lucas said? Do you think that the future of Star Wars have a chance to be bright? I do believe that with Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni and many other talented people, I am certain that there are many people that are talented, but maybe they're just not allowed to, be talented and express what they want to exactly do without having any agenda or propaganda or any of those stuff, because wow. So I am hopeful. I'm just hopeful, but who knows? We're just gonna have to wait and see. So do let me know, what do you think about the interview? What do you think about the future of Star Wars? And I will see you in the next video. And as always, may the Force be with all of us.